return once again to the final, this time in Oslo, and the hometown of Caroline Graham Hansen. So let's take a look at the lineup. An injury crisis has hit the three-time champions. 3 changes to the back line alone from the weekend victory over Tenerife. The ever-adaptable Laia Alexandri comes in at centre-back. Aisha Camara and Clara Serra-Jordi make their first Women's Champions League starts. Vicky Lopez will drop a little bit deeper today to cover the absence of 3-time Ballon d'Or winner Aitana Bonmati, and Pelo Lomeo names a formidable front three of Graham Hansen, Payor, and Nations League final hero Claudia Pina. One notable absence from the squad, Carolina Paredes, is a late withdrawal because of a fever. Adam Korver of Czechia leading on pitch. Czech refereeing team. And of course we do have VAR. Will it be required tonight? So it will be Barcelona who take the kickoff. The handshake between the two captains and the refereeing team. As we can take a look at the team for Benfica, Ivan Baptista. So his team need to take something from this clash to be in with a chance of progressing. Powell's between the sticks will need to stay resolute this evening. Carla Costa makes just her second start of the campaign, the captain. Leticia Almeida makes her first start in the Women's Champions League. Spanish forward, Cristina Martin Prieto leads the attack. Caroline Muller is suspended today, which has led to a rearrangement of the formation we've seen so far. For this Benfica squad, wrapped in a huddle, they know exactly what they need to do tonight. Defeat, bring about the premature end of their competition, they will feel. The armbands, of course, so proudly worn by Alexia Putellas. And a return to her home country for Martin Prieto, who will lead the line today for Benfica. The reigning champions of Spain and neighbouring Portugal do battle as the league phase enters its final stages. Just one more game to play after this one. Match day 5 today. As Matthew Leon sends the ball forward. Putellas there to the ball up as Esme Brulux, who celebrated her 100th Barcelona game at the weekend. Herself in a slight bit of trouble while trying to break through the Benfica midfield. We'll get another throw here. Agasta leaving the throw in. Almeida. They're down by Laia Alexandri. And at centre-back tonight, she has been playing further forward, actually in the pivot where she's been performing exceptionally well. Just one goal away from her all-time career tally for a season, her season's best. As the ball finds its way through. Here's a Payor driving forward, rounds the keeper. Opportunity arriving. Putellas turns. Well, the support was slowly getting there. Nervy moments for Benfica within the first 90 seconds of this game. They were able to break her way forward. Powell's the German goalkeeper. Relieved to see that opportunity fizzle out for the 3-time champions. Graham Hansen. To Camara. 18-year-old Spanish youth international. So many of the younger players this season called upon a lot more than she would have been expecting. Lopez. Leon. Alexandri. summer addition to the squad. Very few summer additions from Manchester City. Able to play a little bit further forward in the pivot today. That role occupied by Clara Jordi for the very first time in the Champions League as Graham Hansen brings the ball away from Rasbo Glund, the Norwegian international who was hot in pursuit. Only 2 conceded in the competition this season. Keta Koi on the opening day in the 7-1 thrashing with Bayern Munich. Lopez pressed it forward, big chance, falls perfectly. They'll keep going, Barcelona, and indeed will win a corner. Claudia Pina there. Slick football from Barcelona. Sublime in the build-up, didn't quite have the finishing touch. Graham Hansen putting it on a plate for Claudia Pina. Still it remains 0-0. Graham Hansen. Leo. It's back in. Opportunity to pounce. It's over the top. Claudia Pina. I think they should have had the corner there. Shake of the head. Heavily targeted during the Chelsea game, fouled on the most occasions. Camera. Alexandre. Leon. Plenty of space for Esme Blutz to drive into. Jordi. Leon walks the ball forward. It's a deflection. Well, a Barcelona corner once again. And in quick succession through the first 5 minutes of this game. Able to capitalise. A steely look on the face of Claudia Pina. She tracks her way over the fouls. Again, Leon and Graham Hansen over this corner. Graham Hansen in swinger this time. Headed up by Alexandre and then cleared away. Scrapped to win the ball back, and it is done by Barcelona. Sarah Jordi. Kyle now striding forward. Gamela. Lopez. Aims to drive into, but he prepares the captain instead. Have scored in every Champions League game this season before the 1-1 draw with Chelsea. An injury crisis for Lolomeo. Key stars out, an already thin squad. It's promising. Well, appeals for a handball. Barcelona players and indeed fans feel they should have a penalty. VAR force in action tonight. Graham Hansen chipping it up. Has it come off the heel first? Yet that there will be a VAR check. these first 7 minutes. It is Benfica who desperately need to take at least a point from this game. Tell Jordi. Camilla need to. Champions League full debut. Dixon able to guide the ball away. On the score sheet at the weekend against Braga, where individual errors almost cost them. Jordi. Chelsea lead, 5 points clear. They're sporting at the top of the table, the reigning champions. He's well aware of the challenge. Lopez moves forward, ball into space, and with Esme Glut scudding centrally. No one there to pick it up. When asked about the opportunities that a injury crisis in the opposition camp might have, Ivan Batista himself and Benfica have 8 players unavailable. This is a real pity. These are the games that the squad all want to play in against the 3-time champions. Clear drop, losing out. 2-time Nations League winner now with Spain as Lutz looks for options. Tina, left by Carlo Costa. Armado. Placing the ball to the feet of Cristina Martin Prieto. Keep hold of it, here's Bouteille. Play from Benfica. Jordi. Camilla. Watched by Carlo Costa. Lopez tries to turn, find a way through. Well, another penalty call as the triple players have stayed down. There was plenty of jeers there. Lopez drives forward to the byline. And it will be another Barcelona corner. 4th now of this first half. Still slightly sore. Alexia Putellas is back to her seat. No, Onabache, Cannibal Matti, Aruello, Ihalo, Kikanazole, of course, the club to face her former club. Headed up by Sheba. The only player of the match to have been named on a Benfica side. That was against Twente, their only point of the competition. Orel's controlled by the Spanish international, Martin Prieto. And the chase is on here. And up goes the flag. Camera, Lopez, Graham Hansen, Lopez, slightly overhit. in light of the injury crisis. Gashford trying to get her body in the way as Mateus finds Lopez. Just the one shot on target so far for Barcelona. 5 in total. Lopez. To see Payot. Foster. Berglund. Benfica throw off the feet of Clown Hansen. Jordi. Leon. Pina. Blutz. Keeps it up and hoping that someone was going to run onto that, but just that's too close to the goal, and indeed the German keeper. Jordi. Foul given. After a slight hesitation. From Corbett, the referee tonight. Luke. Leon, one of 3 changes, just the back line alone. From the 2-0 win over Tenerife. Touched on by Vina. Blutz able to keep the ball at her feet. In Stelmado. Bukayan turns well. It's Pina. Looks for goal. Well saved. Quickly down to one side. Flag to go up, it stayed down, incredibly close as the shot came in from Pina, taking a bounce just in front of the goalkeeper. This Barcelona corner in the first 16 minutes. Played short, Matthew Leon to Golan Hansen. Nicely weighted ball headed down, big opening off the woodwork. 2 big chances for Claudia Pina, but it still remains 0-0. Blutz chips it up again, headed away by Usheba. Can they try and break it? Terry Jordi in the right place, wins it back. Buteas. Blutz. And it will be a Barcelona throw. She found herself in some excellent positions, Claudia Pina. And now 7 attempts for Barcelona, 2 of those on target. Still goalless. Kamala. Aisha Kamala. Alexandri's slotted in so well to this Barcelona team. Keeps going, Graham Hansen. Camera. Alexandri. There's some chasing. for the possession Barcelona have had so far. Well controlled. Pina. Chips up, Graham Hansen tries to head it away. The overhead effort from Puteas. Just wide. Well, it would have been spectacular if that ball would have nestled. Lopez there trying to final touch. It was watched all the way. Kamala. Berglund, the Norwegian international. Davison. Berglund. The run of Pietro, well watched by Alessandri and swooping in to cover her centre-back partner. Mape Leon. And the ball forward now. Graham Hansen. Bayor. Graham Hansen! Looping high and over the goal. A player who always demands the highest standards, just of herself but of those around her as well. Shaber, back by Barcelona. Jordi, Kamala. Jordi again. % of the possession now, going the way of Barcelona. A dominant performance in terms of the statistics. Still, no goals. A controlled start to this first half for the three-time champion. Costa rolls the ball away. Costa, such a charismatic figure of the Portuguese national team. Over 170 caps. Career that spanned 15 years now for the national team, that is at senior level. Leon, three-time Champions League winner. Puteas backs it through. Hansen didn't have the pace to get there. Batista says he wants his team to really fight to win the ball back. Struggled with the second ball so far in the first 22 minutes. Barcelona had a player in that iconic shirt who's everywhere on the pitch when required. Hansen. Touch from Lopez. Hansen again. Leon. Pina. Chipped up nicely. Bayor. Slide it goalwards. Clear drop on the wall. The Spanish international against national teammate. I'll find a way to get there, but it will be a Benfica throw. A club that's won every top flight title since 2019, with the exception of that season where it was curtailed owing to the pandemic. Only founded in 2017. So it has been spectacular. Clear the line, stay composed. Graham Hansen. Camera looking for Graham Hansen again, well saved. Bouteille. And play call back here. Sheba. Hand holding her ankle. Reassured by her goalkeeper. Howells takes a back at the incident and well off the ball, no contact, and it looks like a very painful one. Studs getting caught in the grass. Now the physio's being called on. Any twist like that, you of course fear. A high quality pitch here at the Estadio Johan Cruyff. Always in excellent condition. And of course, as you see the glisten over the top of the grass, understandably slippery deep into the winter months. Taking the opportunity to impart his advice. Well, with 8 first-team players missing, the Benfica fans will hope that the Nigerian international can continue here. Leon. Flute. One being made by Ricky Lopez. Down by Davison. Back by Terry Jordi. Leon. Kept at the back heel from Esme Blute. Extra Davison. He could keep possession. Back very quickly as well. Exactly what their coach Ivan Baptista wanted from them coming into this game. To hold possession for longer. Kamala. Graham Hansen. Stella Jordi. Up to good effect. Lopez. Skips away through. Only 18 years old, but has stepped up to become one of the most creative players in Liga Ref this season. 3 assists in the league, still waiting on that first club goal though. Camera, hello Jordi. You can see the intent. Still seems like Christy Ushome is in a fair bit of pain. Down on her haunches. 5 minutes played, still 0-0. You're chasing Polish international. Alexandri. Lund. One back by Alexia Putellas, and there's space here for Barcelona. Eva Payo! And Barcelona lead, and it had been coming. Superb from Eva Payo. Found herself in the perfect position, and so rarely does she miss from there. Now the sustained pressure from Graham Hansen forced the error. Set up by Putellas, put home by Payot. She is so loved here in Barcelona. Her second season at the club after leaving Wolfsburg. And the impact that she had, of course, last season. Continuing into this one, 4 goals in 4 Champions League games. Now how do Benfica respond? They need to take something from this game to ensure they can take the fight to the final day. Davison. Back by Pina. Andrew Davison. Still Jordi there. Mateo sticks it up. Putellas. Alexandri. Camera striding forward. Lund. People win the throw. Well, still in plenty of discomfort. Shevek, the Nigerian international, he's had an incredible couple of years with the national team. Squad for the Olympic Games and the 2023 Women's World Cup. Alexandri. Move from Lopez, who'll pick up the ball again here. Pings it into the air, cleared away by Benfica. When you talk about players who demand the highest of standards, Claudia Pina, of course, one of those. 2 goals in the Nations League final. They beat Germany over 2 legs, with any goals coming in the second leg at home. And retained the Nations League title. And the other scorer is, of course, Vicky Lopez, who has emerged as, well, not just one to watch, as a player who's very much arrived on the global scene. Only 19 years old, and when you look at the average age of this squad, well, it is something that is quite spectacular. That loses players, it appears to lose depth, but in reality, it can spawn fresh new talent from their academy setup. Marcelo Jordi, someone who is stepping up, just her second season in the first team. 6 corners for Barcelona, who lead by 8-0. Eva Payot opening the scoring. Can they find another before the break? Silencing ball, headed down. And how's that not got in? There may still be another opportunity. Well, it looks set to be a second for Barcelona. Brutes heading it down, hanging up, and plenty of flapping. That's the second. Who has had very little to do thus far. No shots from Benfica. And he's quite the inspiring team talk at the break. Graham Hansen. Benfica throwing. Leon, Puteas, Lopez, Graham Hansen, Leon, all through the crowd, well watched by goalkeeper Fowles. A few slick finishes in the competition last season, Mabe Leon. The club since 2017, so everything that Barcelona has won in their recent success, it has been with her. Barcelona's possession dropping under 70% for the first time in this game. The goal now. And the lead as we're just under 10 minutes away from the break. Graham Hansen. Against Davidson. Hansen finds Lopez. Back to Graham Hansen. Can't keep the ball at her feet. And Costa sends it out for a corner. Start of this campaign in the Champions League for Cal Costa. Well, they're happy with what they've seen so far, the Barcelona fans. They demand goals in their number. Leon. Headed down and bouncing up. St. Luke's arriving very quickly at the back post. Didn't quite have the placement of the header, but managed to generate so much power. To Lund. Back by Alexandri. Amado driving forward, has space to run into. Barcelona getting back quickly. Touch from Puteas, almost sets Amado off balance. Off backwards now. Costa. And a big one for Benfica. And Anna Gaspar! Well, she would have wanted a whole lot more, and her team needed more from that. Katakoi almost caught out. And the best chance so far for Benfica. Central role. finding a way past the diving Casikoi, but into the side netting the ball goes. No Champions League goals this season for Gaspar. Has gone down, and let's look at what the incident was. A boot and studs on the top of her foot, and always a painful one. One that of course she will attempt to run off. They find themselves in a great position in the league, Barcelona, 7 points clear of Real Madrid. Dominated in the Spanish top flight and in the Champions League as well. Determined to make amends for last year's final. A narrow defeat to Arsenal. Lopez. Gamera. Oh, that's right. Jordi. Dutch international, still only 22 years old. It feels like she's been in the game for an incredibly long time. Her third season at Barcelona now after leaving PSV. Looking to try and trigger a promising attack, and it's Claudia Pina will be called over to the referee. Happy with the level of pressure, and sees the two grabs on the shoulder of her international teammate Cristina Martin Prieto. Far too easily by Esme Blue. Is it away by Napoleon? It's now Barcelona on the counter-attack. I think kept particularly far. Bayon would have tended to go a lot further with that ball, and it's now Benfica. You can feel the confidence growing. Just the one shot in comparison to Barcelona's 16 now. 5 of those have been on target, and of course they have scored the only goal in this game as we edge ever closer to the end of the first 45. Cella Jordi. Alexandri. Putellas. Clear top. Graham Hansen. Get away for a corner. She found herself in the right place at the right time, Christian Shelik. Graham Hansen will be frustrated that none of her balls in. Promising crosses have ended in a goal so far. Leon. Lopez playing that slightly deeper role today. Free kick given, and but getting involved as now Barcelona get the ball rolling. Graham Hansen picks a deflection. Seconds left of the first 45. A relatively free-flowing first half so far. And this has been flowing in the favour of Barcelona. Chases on as the ball guided back to Katakoi. Henton playing out from the back, and they'll give away possession here. Almeida waiting to get it back. Alexandri, Graham Hansen. It's really the first time that Barcelona have struggled to find a way out of their own defensive third. They're able to shrug off the pressure. There's Bayor, scorer of the only goal so far. Hina, touching her body in there. Sarah Jordi. An excellent first half so far. Keeps the ball at her feet. Patea. Kamala. Graham Hansen. Here Camera. Pina. Here's Patea. Chipped up curling ball just wide. And they're desperate to add a second for the break. Additional time added on at the end of this first 45, which Barcelona lead by goal to nil. They are confirmation of a route straight through to the quarter-finals. Chase on once again, and Gashford trying to get that. The previous German youth international Wout. Jordi. Graham Hansen. Lopez has Graham Hansen to one side, over Bayor to the other. Keeps going. Big chance. Well, almost well taken. And for the second time in this game, Claudia Pina hits the woodwork. She's had the chances. It was a great run from Vicky Lopez. It just kept going and going, so happy to drive at the defence. And Claudia Pina hits the bar again. What a wry smile. She knows just how close she has come on a handful of occasions now. Won back well by Stella Jordi. Pina. Bayor getting forward. Patea's there in support. Three signals that the ball was won by Benfica. Graham Hansen. Lopez making the run. Graham Hansen goes for goal off the woodwork again. They had so many chances in this first half, Barcelona, but still only one goal to show for it. And it will be just the one goal as they come in for the break. A huge chance. Graham Hansen, who's opted not to shoot on so many occasions in the first half. This time she looks up. Powell's leaping. Does she get a touch to it? It's ever so slight and onto the bar. The first half, it has been all Barcelona. Benfica trying to grow in confidence. They need to take something from this game. A big second half required, but it is Barcelona who lead at the break. Barcelona 1, Benfica 0. Barcelona icon of Bon Matty, who is out now for 5 months with that broken leg, but they have got such a stacked team, haven't they?
They do, and for Barcelona today, it's a chance for them to clinch a top 4, but they need a win. Second minute in, of course, it would be all Barcelona. This ball in behind is absolutely beautiful, and here's Alexia Putellas streaking down. She gets the chance, and it goes just barely wide. A little bit of a deflection there. It was awkward because this ball was sent behind her. I want Payur just to shoot that initially. It could have been a difference maker in the second minute.
The game starts with 0, right? Second minute chance, fourth minute chance. Barcelona all over them. This is Pina who ends up with the final moment. Taqueto pass, and then how Pina misses this, I'm not sure. It is a fantastic save from the goalkeeper there. Watch this little Taqueto as the back line's dropping, and then it doesn't get easier than that. If you can just maybe lift that, root that into the top of the goal, they would get 1-0, but it's still 0-0. Great save.
And then it's the same momentum. 16 minutes in, another chance for Pina again as he comes to the edge of the box. Lovely first touch, and this keeper is having an unbelievable day. Great shots out to the left-hand side. Wonderful save.
So let's go to the 29th minute because Barcelona knocking on the door. They win the ball back and immediately a 3v2 opportunity, and this pass out wide to Eva Payur is beautiful. It's leading her. It's in front. Putellas does a great job to set her up, and Payur is able to find the far side netting. Makes it 1-0. 45th minute would be the stoppage time. We saw 2 bar shots already off the post. Yeah, there was going to be a third by the end of this first half for Barcelona. It's Claudia Pina again off the post. So close for Barcelona that easily could have had a couple goals in that first half.
They really could, because look at the graphic and how dominant Barcelona were against Benfica. 20 shots, 7 of which were on target. They've capitalised on just the 1 so far, though, at the break. Just a reminder, there is another match that's happening right now. That's Valerenga against Paris FC. Valerenga's actually down to 10 men or 10 women with a red card late in that first half. Then at 3 o'clock Eastern, Manchester United against Lyon. You've got Atletico Madrid against Bayern Munich, and Roma, they're on the road to take on Chelsea, all of which available for you on Paramount+. Stay with us. More to come on the Heineken halftime report in just a second.
be a little nervous about Benfica getting set for the second half right now, because Barcelona, they needed more, and they're going to come out firing.
Yeah, it could have been many more coming in for Barcelona in that first half. Enjoy the second half, everybody. We'll see you back here after. Benfica score of the only goal in this game. But Barcelona have rattled the crossbar on 3 occasions and forced a couple of good saves from Aina Powell's. Still waiting for Alexia Putellas to take to the pitch. Adam Korvac, the referee, now bringing the ball towards the centre circle. There's a brief look there at Anna Gaspar, who had a good chance to level things out. Able to round keeper Katakoi. Slightly too hesitant with the final shot, which went into the side netting. And that's still Benfica's only shot. Barcelona, in comparison, have had 20, 6 of those on target, so just 1 goal. Waiting on the arrival of the assistant referee on the far side. Well, as things stand, Barcelona extending their lead at the top of the league phase table. Eva Payol with the only goal in this game. Barcelona have threatened and dominated in terms of the attacking stats. Possession as well, all in favour of Barcelona, only dropping under 70% towards the end of the game. Lund. The ball just skims the head and it's in! And Benfica are level. A huge error from the Barcelona backline. A beautiful ball forward from Malik Berglund. And Chandra Davidson in the right place to caress the ball past Katakoi. And it's not over yet for Benfica. Within a minute of returning to the pitch, it's the Canadian who sends them level. Oh, the ball skimming the head of Mapele, she didn't do anywhere near enough to clear it out of danger. Anna Gaspar sending the ball across to Sandra Davidson, who makes no mistake. She couldn't miss from there. Her first goal in the 5 matches so far. And there will be a delay. The goal is checked. Korvac now gets us back underway, all level. Benfica keeping, as things stand, their hopes alive. A draw would be enough to take it to the final day, but they need results elsewhere to go in their favour as well. And would have to hope as well to overturn their goal difference deficit. Camera. Lopez. Just their 3rd goal in this Champions League campaign for Benfica. Putellas. This Payol. Lopez. Looking for the top corner. Ava Prior to keep the attack alive. Flanked by two Benfica defenders. Again, it's Gaspar who's trying to capitalise. Finds a way through. Will it be the for Benfica? And it's not. Lucia Alves. Had a good opportunity. Alves chasing. Leon, after thought, Alves wins the ball back and true show of resilience. Lucia Alves scored in the opening match day defeat to Juventus. Couldn't add a second to her tally for the season, and indeed Benfica's to the night. Alexandre come out firing Benfica when they needed to. Lopez. Puteas. Lopez turns well. Glenn Hansen keeps going. Twists and turns. Chips it up and there's no way that either Aisha Kamara or anyone else in front of her was ever going to get onto that ball. Hit the woodwork at the end of the first half. As we look back at the equalising goal from Benfica. Davidson, right place, right time. Alves trying to get on the ball again. Lopez, sit back, gets over the tackle. Lopez is Prior, looking for her second. Wants out wide, has support from Graham Hansen. Lopez, Puteas. Against Carl Costa. There's Claudia Pina. Well, had so many good chances in the first half, Claudia Pina. One of the other players who hit the woodwork. Not just on one occasion. Howells. Watching that before we could reach the advancing Vicky Lopez. In back-to-back games for Davison, the Canadian national. This is her third season at Benfica, and this is her third club in Portugal. Found herself settled in the country. Amado. Costa. Amado. Had a lot more luck in terms of their possession. Benfica to give the ball away. Glenn Hansen. Tipson getting back quickly. The ball chipped up and it will be another corner for Barcelona. And ninth now of the game. Into this second half, Barcelona. Benfica jumping out of the blocks. finest work. Alessandri. Oh, and an own goal. And the individual errors creep in for Benfica. And Barcelona are back in the league. Shaver with the final touch as Benfica struggled to clear their line. Barcelona lead by 2-1. Mateus with the pressure. All there. And Shaver hanging ahead. She bounced past the goalkeeper. And some fortunate circumstances for Benfica, who had fought through the early part of this second half to get back into the game, and indeed back into the competition. Conceded an own goal at the weekend as well against Braga, which almost cost them the 3 points. So Barcelona lead by 2-1. They have to work again here, Benfica. Davidson, scorer of the only Benfica goal. Mateus. Davidson. And the flag goes up. First start in the Champions League for Maisha Camara. Graham Hansen. Payor has the pace. Round the marker. Hold the ball up well. Lopez. Brutes. Lights up the gap. Hasn't sapped any of Benfica's motivation. Fouls. Ouch. Deflection for Kiatakoi. Pina. Puteas. Lopez tries to find space, has a shot and it's well saved. Oh, she saw the opportunity and tried to take it. Made a number of good reaction saves now. Pearls. A 10th corner for FC Barcelona. So as things stand, it goes 3 points clear at the top. Headed down. Not cleared away! And Alexandri's there! And it's a third for Barcelona. And a third Champions League goal for Laia Alexandri in Barcelona colours, equalling her best scoring season in the process. Well, didn't hesitate, pounced on the opportunity, Alexandri. And this is why Barcelona thrive at home. Players across the pitch who can extend leads and pounce on opportunities. Almeida, placed by Oleta. Her first Champions League appearance of the season. Waiting on the goal to be cleared. And the play to be resumed. Barcelona, who lead by 3 goals to 1. Graham Hansen. Payor arriving with pace. Lopez. Closed down by now picked up the armband. Gashback. Well, a 4th goal of the season. And your first in the Champions League, but Laia Alexandri playing her best scoring season. She has been playing further forward in the pivot role, which of course has helped those statistics. Back in the centre-back position tonight alongside Mape Leon. Hugely adaptable player. So just with a touch to send it out of the path of Eva Payor. Growing in possession. Amado charging down the wing. At 36% now as Span makes the run. This is what the VAR were looking at to double check that the goal was onside, and indeed you can see that plenty of room there for Skip forward is Bruce, big chance, hesitates. Waiting. Graham Hansen for goal involvement in this game. Yes, now changes come. After Collision and he sheds light. Comes Asha Camera and Ella Jordi. The first Champions League appearance for Marta Tolejon this season. Another young player that on his own mark in the Champions League. Sydney Cherton live joins the action, the Swiss international. trying to cut the deficit. Gaspar, sheds live there. One back by Ausch, who looks for goal. Oh, she's ever so effective in the league. She Ausch. Been at the club since they were promoted to the top flight in 2019. So close, and she knows just how close it was. Amado. Ausch. Dropping the ball back. 57% of possession now going the way of Benfica. And it's still Barcelona who dominate in the scoreline as well. Graham Hansen can't capitalise on keep believing her line. He's not just yet. Graham Hansen keeps going. Can she find a way? Here's Lopez. A touch messy, but they will win a corner. Now the corners keep racking up for Barcelona. Down, cleared off the line. Some excellent last-ditch defending from Anna Gaspar, who's been trying to make the impact down the other end, but when called off, keeps the scoreline at 3-1. Even loses out. Back by Proteas. Right, to be touched. Gaspar finds the captain. Arletta. Davidson. She's been busier in this second half, Yasikoi. Arletta turns. But almost a misplaced pass from Laia Alexandri, scorer of Barcelona's third. Leon. Here's Pina. There have been nervy moments in this second half for Barcelona, conceding just their third goal of the competition. Reisler coming onto the pitches. Lucia Alves makes her way around the outside, and Gaspar as well. So Alves and Gaspar replaced. Here comes Reisler and Laura Martin. Goal line clearance from Anna Gaspar. Lucia Alves has had her opportunities as well. She'll be frustrated not to have been able to take them. Lopez. Alexandri, one of the 3 goal scorers at the weekend. Chrysler opened the scoring against Braga. Pina. As always, she'll be frustrated if she leaves the pitch without a goal. Brutes. Gutierrez. Trent Martins, the Portuguese youth international. Pauletta. Martins. No chance of getting that. Aveleon. As Barcelona urged on by the home crowd. Given away. Pauletta looks to try and lob the keeper. Too ambitious. Katakoi, well covered. There. Pina. Pina. Payor. Pina. Here's Petraeus. Ball almost forced over by Carolina Graham Hansen. Toleon. Appealing for the handball. Now let's take a look. This is the clearance away by Carol Costa, hitting the arm, and the return ball in. Kendra Davison. So we haven't seen the referee yet at any point until that communication there. Hurls, who is receiving treatment, might to go up against Alexia Putellas here from the spot, and finally the referee called over it, and we'll take a look on the screen. Well, there was no hesitation from the Barcelona fans. Marta Toleon, who sent the ball into the area, and it has been given as a penalty. Chandra Davison, who scored Benfica's only goal so far, conceding the penalty. And of course Alexia Putellas will place the ball down on the spot. Putellas, saved! Well, she has quite the shaky record for penalties in the Champions League. well. And change is made. Esme Glutz making her way off the pitch. And on comes Julia. Just came to get into the action very quickly. Looking to make amends for the penalty miss. Sent back in, lifted up by Lund. Out for a corner. Look back at the penalty, saved by Lena Powells. Another corner for Barcelona. Swinging ahead of Lara Alexandri. The Champions League debut for Carla Julia. Started at the weekend against Tenerife. Sheraton Live, who made her Champions League debut last season. Claudia Pina shrugging off the pressure. Sends the ball forward. Here's Martin Prieto. Down by Alexandri, preventing it from falling to Reisler. Lurking. Lund will bring it forward. Martin Prieto. Pauletta. Chetamai. Opportunity opens up for Barcelona. Cayor has Pina to one side, Pateas the other. Pina up against Busheva. For a corner. The boot of Amado, and it's not just happening today. Claudia Pina, she's had the chances, just can't make it click. Next up for Barcelona, Ali FC away in their final fixture. Swinging ball, without by Amado. Lopez. Leon. Approaching the final 10 minutes. Barcelona lead by 3 goals to 1. victory for Martin Prieto. She makes way for Rafael Enzik. And Clarissa Bookman, the other change. Placing Beatrice Camelo. Lopez shrugs off the pressure, tries to glide forward. Sargentini, head down driving, finds her way past Laura Martins, loses out to Pauletta. Fouls. Hassan. Main reasons why this isn't yet a bigger scoreline for Barcelona. Putellas. Well, very rarely does she have problems scoring from there. Finds herself in a great position. Putellas sets it up and grazing the palm of Lena Piles, and out for a corner. Barcelona go direct, Powell's involved once again. Punching the ball away, and now Martins is bullied off the ball by Alexia Putellas. Putellas can't turn as she approached the byline. Less than 10 minutes to go of the 90. Barcelona lead Benfica by 2-goal margin. Total shots now Barcelona have had. Martina Fenger warming up. That's 2 substitute appearances in the league. On the bench for 2 Champions League games, but yet to come on. Off the leg of Costa. Target. Alexandria's seen something that she doesn't like. Will make way for Martina Fenge, the Norwegian Youth International. And on for her Champions League debut. The other player who has come on, 18-year-old coming up from the Barcelona B setup. Curling ball, asking someone to run onto it. Sala Julia looking secure her first Champions League assist. Benfica returning home, but there won't be anything on the line in that game. PSG already out of the competition, and as things stand with less than 5 minutes of the 90 left to play, still will be Benfica. Julia. Dina. Leon. Line. Puteas. Graham Hansen. Lopez. Trying to keep going. Then closed down very quickly by Benfica back line. Leon. Pina. A free kick for Barcelona. central role of the attacking trio. Pina. An eye for goal, it bounces in front of Powell's. Now she'll be scratching her head as to why she hasn't found the back of the net today. Applying the pressure. Down by Schertleib. Puteas. Volkman. Lauren Martins. Hansen, who's now joined the defence. Coit. Beleon. Toleon is giving the ball to Leon. All the players who have been brought on in the second half have all been under the age of 20 for Barcelona, with Gomez making her first team debut and the others making their Champions League debuts on the whole, having to really crawl into the depth of youth setup and Barcelona B. Massio overlooking the pitch here at the Estadio Johan Cruyff. And as Sydney Schertleib offers herself as an option, that's one of the players who's recently graduated. I think arguably the most famous graduate in Aitana Bonmati, due to that leg fracture which required surgery. Three-time Ballon d'Or winner. Here's Lopez. Pina, surely now, and once again it's wide and she hides her face and projects the frustration. Had the space, plenty of it, just didn't have the curve on the ball required to find the top corner. So 5 minutes of additional time, we're 90 seconds into it. Save for the penalty taken by Alexia Puteas. Paoletta. Under pressure, Costa sends it back to the goalkeeper. They dared to dream at one point as it was Davidson who scored that goal. Only so far. And he won't at this point be able to add to it as Julia under pressure. Carla Julia bringing the ball forward there. Puteas. Nabeleon. To Toledo. Such an experienced head. And one that they've had in their ranks for a very long time, Barcelona. Well, they may be through here, Benfica. Lund playing it across, putting it on a plate, and Gatakoi facing just the third shot on target from Benfica this game. High-footed effort from Nicole Reister. Amado. Time has run out for Benfica. The glimmer of hope was there as they burst out of the blocks in the second half, and Puteas tripped, and there will be a yellow card and a free kick here. Amado first to check on Alexia Puteas. Picked up her 50th cap, Serena Amado, during the international break. Benfica doing a lot mass of talent, particularly to the youth setup in Portugal. Of course, key player, Kika Nazaré, out injured. A Barcelona player who'd have loved to face her former team. So less than 60 seconds left to play. Barcelona lead by 3-1. And it looks like the end of the road for Benfica in the competition. Pina gets over the ball. Straight from the training ground as the attack continues for Barcelona. Gwan Hansen trying to find a way around the corner. She does, chips it up. Lopez heads it down. Just a touch too long with the ball at her feet. The shot comes in. Well over for Sala Julia. I think her first start at the weekend. 3 appearances in the league in total this season, and now on in this Champions League clash on match day 5 of the league phase with Benfica. And a composed performance from Barcelona. The Lansing stand puts them 3 points clear at the top of the league phase table. They needed at least a point today, Benfica. And so the end of the road in the competition comes for the Portuguese champions. They had the glimmer of hope coming out incredibly quickly in the second half to